Thank you all so much for joining me. My name is Jeff May. I am a very good friend of the Taffeta Darling, and so very excited to be here with you for a very special episode of I Must Break You, my card breaking show that I do on the at Jeff Has Cool Cards YouTube page. Now, what you'll see here on camera is a box sealed of 1993 Star Wars Galaxy. Of course, 2024 Star Wars Galaxy came out this week. So why not open up a 31-year-old pack of that right there? So I'm taking a look, and I'm going to try to follow along. As you can see, I'm looking at my camera computer right now, so I can find this and make sure that I have a nice muted thing. I can't really see it right now, and that is okay. I'm what we like to refer to as a Luddite. So we have this going on right now. We have a stream, and Taff, I can see you on the camera, so just give me a thumbs up if we are streaming, because I can't see it. Okay, so she's giving me a thumbs up. Very excited to see that. Now I am. So Nerd Numbers is saying, is Taffeta going to be in the live too, replying, or just Jeff? I don't know. And
I'm
here's the
replying.
thing: she is replying, but we also do want to give her a little bit of rest. Taffeta Darling has been running this for how long?
Since 6 a.m.
Since 6 a.m. Central Time, which is a weird time zone, but that's fine.
Yep,
I get it. I'm in Pacific. I'm from Eastern. So Central, I've never really fully understood. But I'm seeing a lot of really, really wonderful people whose names I recognize from various other things, and I'm very excited to see here all the cool stuff we can do. Now, not only are we going to be breaking this for charity, but I'm very, very, very excited to let you guys know that the first person that will donate $100 to this very good cause will receive in the mail this Gambit hologram from X-Men Series 1, signed by AJ Locasio, the voice of Gambit. I'm going to see if I can get a better. You know what? Let me do a better shot here. That'll be even cleaner right there. So I did pull this from a pack. It's not a perfect card because it was almost 40, 35 years old when I pulled it. But signed by AJ Locasio, the voice of Gambit in X-Men 97. First person to donate $100, I will mail that to you as a thank you because I think this is a really, really great thing that Taffeta is doing. I think it's definitely worthy of that time. And while I didn't get access to Jim Lee on Halloween because he was not at the spot when I went by, my friend is neighbors with him. AJ was at the party I was at. So I was like, well, if I couldn't get Jim Lee to sign it, you know what's even better? Getting the actual Gambit to sign the Gambit card. But yeah, so that is going to be available for each and every one of you. Now, again, I'm going to be opening these cards, so you're going to have to forgive me for having both ugly hands as well as for taking a while to break through some of the plastic here. But as a little side note here, if you are a member of my Patreon, which is patreon.com/JeffMay, which I feel uncomfortable marketing here, but it's fine.
That's fine.
My rookie card people will be receiving these in the mail. So if they want a card, they get it. So we take a look, and what I love about these cards is you not only get the art, but they actually really highlight the artist. So this is P. Craig Russell, you see. And I really love that. Taffet and I see Joe Quesada, early Joe Quesada, doing Yoda. Now, I mean, he's basically the editor-in-chief of Marvel at this point in time, but that was an early time there. So George Pratt's Vader. I love this one. This, I believe, is George Perez. Um, it is George Perez. Check that out. What is this? The design of Star Wars, a backwards card. And so this right here, oh, that's cool looking. So one of the things about Star Wars Galaxy that's really interesting is that a lot of times when you see Star Wars cards, it's photos, it's stills, it's all the kind of stuff that you would expect to see in a Star Wars pack right here, Bohampton. These are actually really focused on the fun art and artists, people like Paul Gulacy. This is super, super cool. Like, look at that Bib Fortuna piece right there. That is absolutely stunning. And of course, Keith Giffen did that one. So it's one of those things where I absolutely hold on. Dre is saying Dre is giving a big say. Hey, I did donate, which is really, really great. Didn't do 100, but super happy to help, and I love that about him. So we have an ATST and Ewoks by Angelo Torres. I love this one. I've seen this piece of artwork a lot. I don't know if you've seen this one before, Taff, but this is a great piece of artwork. I think I saw it on like a Star Wars
Oh,
Insider
cool.
or
Yeah.
something like that by Greg Thruxton. Um, we have a nice little Wicket W. Warwick, which I'm assuming Dre is already by my good friend William Stout. Um, William Stout, good friend of mine. I see him at the same burrito place in every Comic Con. He's a very good buddy. I love his work. I love his wizards painting. And let's see, we'll see if we can get him to sign that. Dave Stevens, of course, if you're a Rocketeer fan, which we know a couple people that are watching are Rocketeer fans. I can see my good friend Stefan Rue, who is one of the ultimate Rocketeer fans, and check these out. Gorgeous, early designed Ron Cobb, right? This Lando piece right here, really gorgeous cards. Saying, asking, um, only if I hadn't recently had to pay for a trip to Canada. I get it. I get it. It makes sense. But if any, I had this puzzle, by the way. I had this card as a puzzle when I was younger, by the way. That's so good. And of course, Ralph McQuarrie's original designs for that. You can see the Star Killer, that Chewbacca that would eventually become Zeb, as we know from Rebels. Really, really love that. But yeah, so if anybody wants that Gambit autograph, I'll put it right here. I'll put it in the corner. First person to $100 will get that donates $100 gets this in the mail. Um, Not something that you can normally easily get a hold of. It just so happens I happen to know AJ, and AJ happens to like doing things nice, which is always good. So we got a nice, gorgeous Chewy right here by Russell Walks. This is, I believe, Chewy when he was on Kashyyyk. I mean, not Kashyyyk, Endor right there. Um, so we have this one right here. This looks, I think Charles Best did this one. Yeah, I love when you can pick that out of a crowd, by the way, when you can see a beautiful piece of artwork and kind of know who it belongs to. John Van Fleet. I also like it's really fun. Like you can get very like super cool. You can get like kind of photorealistic painting. You can get sort of like really like fantasy stuff we never really saw, and then you get kind of cartoony illustrations, which I really love. This one by Jim Valentino, of course, the Shadowhawk guy that a lot of people know. We have an early Star Wars design of Yoda in his sort of like kind of gremlin form, which I absolutely love. And so, of course, we see, oh, I can't believe they put this in here. How did George Lucas allow artwork from the Star Wars Christmas special to get in here? A man who has disavowed the entire holiday special allowed this in here. Genuinely surprised. We have a Momon Adon card. That's absolutely stunning. We have various Wookiees here. Momonadon, also known as Hammerhead, if we want to go Hasbro about it. And it, again, pardon me, I don't normally do this for an hour and a half or what we have in here, but we uh, we are very excited to see. Ooh, we got a Nabron Leeds sighting. I don't know if any of you guys are huge Star Wars fans. I absolutely was, especially during like the dark ages of Star Wars fandom in like the late '90s. I used to play the Star Wars game, which is why I know Momonadon and Hemdazon and Nabron Leeds and Figrin Dan and the Modal Nodes. Although I don't recognize a lot of these people, except Labria. I see Labria's right there, also looking like Satan. Chris Like Letcher says if anybody needs the donation link, it is pinned in the chat. If you need him to post it, just let him know. But it is pinned in the chat. And again, first person to donate $100 gets this Gambit hologram from the X-Men Series 1, signed by Gambit himself, AJ Locasio, who also just got a ton of internet love because he cosplayed. Great. He cosplayed as Gambit in an incredible costume, and everyone's like, he could play Gambit. Tom William Yeats II. This one's super cool. I love that somebody chose to do Stormtrooper work here, and it's Al Williamson. Great stuff. Stormtrooper on a dewback. I always remember being a little bit weirded out by that card because this was before I knew about dewbacks. Al Williamson doing this one, so he did A and B. You can see 136 and 137. Interesting note on the collation here. Um, yeah. Oh, so AKA Ambag saying that. Yeah, I saw that costume and it looks great. Um, so we have this one right here, another little troll Yoda. I love these ones too. That it's not just artists doing that, but it's also like here's a 2-1B medical droid. I wonder if they call it 2-1B or if they just call it medical droid. It's 2-1B. Shout out to me for knowing that, right? Two types of medical droids we saw on Hoth. We had 2-1B and FX7. Um, FX7s were the ones that looked like gumball machines with a bunch of arms. Ooh, this one. You can see like older packs, by the way, as the sort of the wrapper starts to degrade, it actually becomes much more difficult to get into them. You'd think it would be easier, but you don't. You never want to damage a card. It's very important for me that when people are getting cards from me in the mail, for example, when I send my Patreon packages out, I want to make sure that if they get something from me, it comes exactly the way it came out of the pack. And so I'm very protective of how I do that. Look at that. That's a sexy ass C3PO piece right there. Look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Love seeing that. And I love seeing all the people that are here. This is just C3PO. Joe Smith did this one. A nice Yoda. Okay, so if you look at our collation, I'm going to guess this Lando is number 9. Right? Tops not on their game in '93. A checklist. This is very good. It's a funny story. It tells you all the artists that are in here. Very excited to see some people that I know very very well to be in here. Seeing Howard Chaykin in there is such a delight. Um, Sam Keith having pieces in here is great. I think Sam Keith does a Salacious Crumb in here that's
Oh,
absolutely
fun.
so cool. Absolutely in love with that one. Unfortunately, my good friend Mike Mayhew, I do not believe is in here. He's in like one of the following sets. But I did actually grab a couple Stormtroopers by Mike Mayhew that he did a chrome signature on. That I'm trying to figure that out. Oh, Chris, you're sharing the Patreon. That's so kind. Um, Check that out. Death Star 2. So we have more concept art here. What's this art supposed to be for? IG88. Man, this one's going in the PC, folks. IG88 is my guy and a Macquarie Space Slug. I was going to ask if this was IG88, but I was like, maybe that's too obscure of a thing to bring up. And then seeing that that's IG88, for those of you that don't know, I am an IG88 collector. I'm not kidding. I collect IG88 cards and action figures and things like that. So this card right here, unless I get another one, this one is staying in the PC. An IG88 makes for a happy Jeff. That's right. I have weird, like these kind of esoterically lovely things that I absolutely like to collect. My He-Man, it is. I agree. That He-Man, that artist list is really good. My He-Man character is Clawful. He's a big, scary lobster man. Really not anybody's favorite, but like 12 of us. There's dozens of us. So we have an Howard Chaykin. So this is a Chaykin piece from his early run. So maybe I can harass him and get him to sign that. So now we have portrait cards. So I'm guessing these are going to be low number. Looks like we might have either 876 or 12, 13, 14. 14, 13, and 12. And the reason I guessed that was probably because of the C3PO being 11. I figured they would put them together in there. So we have a Jabba's Menagerie card here. And these, so this would be, I believe it's a Nikto um, or a Grand, maybe. No, not a Grand. They have 3 eyes. So we have Leia, Luke, and Jabba, sort of. I believe are these Macquaries or Ron Cobb? Oh, this one sketch is by Joe Johnston. Okay, based on a Phil Tippett model. If you guys know Phil Tippett, brilliant stop motion animation person. And of course, famously memed as the dinosaur supervisor from Jurassic Park when people were like, people were dying, Phil. If you've ever seen that, but Phil Tippett is actually a legend in the cinema world. So we absolutely love that. Also, I realize I'm leaning over too much for my camera, and that's weird, right? Is that help? Does it help like that? Can you guys now see that my beige void has a purple pillow in it? We like so a more realistic Star Wars universe painted with the benefit of photographs. So that's pretty rad looking too. Oh, this one is sick as hell. Damn, dude, that card's awesome. These ones are super cool. Concept sketch, yeah, like I love this kind of loose, sketchier yet painted vibe. These are gorgeous. Oh, I love that. John Berkeley. I'm guessing this is John Berkeley again. You see the shadow of Obi-Wan over there. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So we have a Gamorrean guard. I say Gamorrean. A lot of other people say Gamorrean. Um, and that's what they were going to originally look like. So we've hit a couple repeats here, which is nice. Repeats mean I can move a little quicker. And by the way, I know I am here, Dinosaur Wrangler, or yeah, something like that. While we're here, by the way, as a quick heads up, if I finish this, because I know that I am scheduled here until 5 p.m. Pacific time. Um, oh, I'm sorry to hear that the IG88 actor passed away. Um, but I do have more cards next to me that I can open. I've got a Blaster of WandaVision. I've got some Garbage Pail Kids. And if we go really into it, who knows? Maybe I can open some Hawkeye. Love this poster. This is like the European poster, I believe. Drew Struzan with design work, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's not European. Of course, we know this one. This is probably one of the most famous ones that we've ever seen, other than the Hildebrandt RIP, sort of like very fantasy looking style of that. So we're going. Also, please let me know how my audio is right now.
It's good.
Hey, Walker's here. It's good to see you. But I don't normally use this kind of a headset. I usually just yell into a speakerphone, but there are a lot of moving parts on this. So, also, it seems like we're doing pretty good on paper loss, except for maybe the central cards. They kind of stick together. If you see something about trading cards, and if I can let the light catch it a little bit, you can see that little dot right there is just a little picked up from the last card because it's gloss facing gloss. Look at that Rancor, by the way. That is a great sketch of the Rancor. I am so excited to see a lot of my people that are from my Patreon and social media that are joining me on here. Again, this is a great cause that Taffeta is doing. I really shout out to her for really pushing herself in a way that she, 24-hour stream. You couldn't get me to do that for anything, and yet here she is doing that. And if you are here and you have just joined, this Gambit autograph here by AJ Lacazio from Gambit 97, or from X-Men 97, by the way, is yours for the first person to donate $100. They get this one. And again, that money goes directly to the charity, Extra Life, the Extra Life Foundation, and it's tax deductible. We have a Splinter of the Mind's Eye. I was wondering if they were going to have Splinter of the Mind's Eye here. So right there, that's the cover to that. That was the unofficial. Oh, Zach said tried to make a donation, but it might be prejudiced against New Zealanders because there's an error. Well, I'm so sorry that that couldn't happen, but who knows what we can do? Maybe we can work something out. Nice Ralph McQuarrie original design here. My good friend Mike Allred did a McQuarrie original design Vader as a Halloween costume, and it looks sick. So check his out there. So get a stab. It's right here. We see a nice foreign poster right there. All right, get it, Italian. This, okay, this is cool as hell. Man, look at that card. That is so cool looking. What is this? I can't wait to see what this is. It's a highly stylish. Philippe Droulet sought in this poster concept of bending the lines of Vader's helmet to turn it into a near pyramid shape. This is a poster, and then McQuarrie had one here as well. But like, look, man, that is cool as hell. You don't see a Vader looking like that. So we have who is, hold on, here it comes. Yeah, you can see the little. Oh wow, it stuck to itself. It's like the Obama putting a medal on Obama meme right here. Gorgeous cards. I love these concept art cards, by the way. And uh, oh, uh, so Walker saying Tap is great for this as a nurse and father. The cause hits home. Thanks to you both. I simply love to see that. And then I also said you can go through PayPal if you want that. Oh, we got this one again. I have a feeling that my rookie card tier members at patreon.com/Jeff May are really going to want this one because it's so unique, so cool. So I absolutely like that. Like I love, look at how weird. I love foreign movie posters. Look at this one. It's so cool. Where is this? Does this say where it's from? Artist's imagination. It doesn't say. That can unleash some beguiling of strange. So Wojtek Sojdmak. So is that Washtek? Is that Eastern European? I'm guessing. Yeah, this it does. It has Zardoz energy on that one. Of course, we see the classic. Oh, we are about to get a Spectravision card. Very excited. All right, a Walt Simonson Vader Spectravision card. Oh yeah, pack fresh. Look at that. If there is a Spectravision card to pull, this is the one that I wanted to pull. Now it says there's supposed to be two in here. So we'll see how that goes. Absolutely gorgeous card. I'm going to just slide this right in here. Make sure to keep the corners nice and safe. We're going to put that in there. Maybe we'll see if we can send this into PSA. If it gems out, we can maybe recoup some of the expense of this. By the way, I bought this box on my birthday. I was going to a comic book shop and I just saw this here. It was like kind of hidden in the back, and they wanted a certain amount for it. I talked them down. Um, so I was like, I picked it up and I was like, I'm going to use this for a special occasion, and that special occasion is this. I'm so glad to be able to open such a cool and unique piece of history for a good cause. Very excited about that. So check that out. We have Luke around some Crate Dragon Bones with a land speeder, and this is by Mark Schultz. Great. I love the weird stuff people were doing with the aliens. Look at how gorgeous these cards are. P. Craig Russell, obviously a legend. Love his work, love his color work. This is the Casada Yoda. Ooh, is this Sienkiewicz? Is it Sienkiewicz? It's George Pratt. Oh, of course it's George Pratt. Um, Another gorgeous one that I think people are going to chase down. So it's I love being able to send that. So we have an AT-AT design. Let's see what this looked like. Oh, that's an original one. So you can see they kind of used more of a design like this for the Sandcrawler, which I think is interesting. Maybe that's why they kind of didn't do that. But check this out. Look at these droids. So that's an FX7, that's a 21B, that's a CZ7 right there. That is an 8D8, and that's an IG unit. I'm assuming IG88 says droids only. This one is sick as hell. And of course, it's Dave Dorman. Dave Dorman did that. Great art. Oh, I like this. I like when they get weird with it. I get bored with photorealistic art. Yeah, that George Pratt Vader won't last long. I have a feeling people are going to really go for it. Um, this I like when they get weird with it. This one is really cool. And of course, I said I like when they get weird with it. I turn it over and it's Steve Ditko. Ditko. How they got Steve Ditko to do anything is crazy to me. So we have a Tauntaun rider being chased by some probe droids. And that's Jeff Darrow. So if you guys know Jeff Darrow, his stuff is unbelievably incredible.
I love Jeff
Um,
Darrow.
we love that Jeff Darrow stuff. All right. All right, here we go. Yeah, everybody is shouting out Taffeta's name, and of course, a rest in peace to Terry Garr, the Taffeta darling, right? Um, ooh, gorgeous. Nice Empire Strikes Back piece. We see that. The main international art. Check that out. These are great. I love these posters. Two Lukes are better than one. So you get Bespin Luke and you get Hoth Luke. Dark Empire, that was an interesting book, right? That was a weird one. Ooh, speaking of stuff that's not going to stick around long, how about this? Vader on Vader with Tarkin. The popularity of villains. Oh, this is a Soviet Union. Look at that. Oh, wait, never mind. Editorial cartoonist had a field day making Darth Vader stand for the Soviet Union, blah, blah, blah. Painting of them by Del Nichols became a Coca Cola premium poster. That's weird. That's cool, but that's also weird. Love the original McQuarries. Anytime I see them, I get very excited. And of course, these design ones, those original Rancors. Yes, so Taffeta has nerd numbers saying in the chat. Taffeta has broken cards on Jeff has cool cards, and Jeff has broken cards on Taffeta Darling. So it is Jeff playing games on Taffeta Darling. Co-op is one of the charity levels, right? So here's the thing: is while that would be cool, I don't really have a gaming system because I would no longer have a career. If I had a gaming system, I would become very addicted very quickly. So it is in everybody's best interest if I do not game. But I did game when I was in Dallas and when I was being hosted by the lovely Taffeta Darling. We did play games, and I absolutely obliterated her in GoldenEye. I destroyed her. I ruined her afternoon in GoldenEye. She was like, let's play a fun, enjoyable game together. And I said, that is a good idea. Put it on camera. I want people to see this. And as you can, I don't know, can they hear you when you laugh and tap?
I'm pretty sure they can hear me.
If they can hear you, yeah, you know, you can admit it. But I went to like 10 to nothing or 20 to nothing or something like that.
It was 10 to nothing the second time, but I got you a couple on the first time.
You did. You totally did. I was so proud of you for doing that. You did
Well, I
so
was proud
good.
of you for playing a game. Like,
I
and you
totally didn't
remembered
let you
how.
kill me.
You remembered how to play a game. Good job.
Yeah.
You did so
I
well.
did, yeah. So Nerd Who Can Draw said Jeff played GoldenEye a while back. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they can't hear you. And it says, handbag Zach says I'm on earbuds and it sounds like Tap standing behind me. Check this one out. This like kind of like charcoal on like manila paper. That's so gorgeous, man. People are going to be wanting a lot of cards from this set, and I'm going to be wanting to send them out. So definitely patreon.com/Jeff May. If you sign up for any of the cards that are the rookie card tiers, you'll be getting some of these cards in mid-December. These cards show up at the end of every month. I start to put packages together and mail them out to people. Um, and Star Wars Galaxy 1993 cards will be in those packages. So just because this isn't on my YouTube doesn't mean it doesn't go to my patrons. I like to treat them as nicely as they treat me. Of course, we have an original Revenge of the Jedi poster before the name got changed. We have Luke on a taunt. There's a whole lot going on. There's tauntauns, there's AT-ATs back there. There's a whole lot of weird stuff going. I had this on an Empire Strikes Back shirt, and it always blew my mind that he got to hold two lightsabers in one piece. I was always like, what are we doing here? So this is a commission from Coca-Cola. So this is one of the Coca-Cola ones. I had this shirt. It was stolen from me by my good friend Kim Crawl, who I do host a podcast on that Patreon. Um, she stole it. It fits her better. It was in my snug shirt phase, and so it definitely probably looks better on her. She's a pretty girl. I'm a doofy guy, so it makes sense. An Elor's Medak, or do they? What do they use for the name? Do they use a name for this? No. Okay. Well, it's Elor's Medak. In case you were wondering, were you wondering? Nerd who can draw stolen? No, she just took it. She just so Ralph McQuarrie doing that. Yeah, this is one of those ones where I gave it. I think at some point in time I just gave up trying to get it back, and then the story will come back. Check it out. We have a pig in an Ewok costume being chased by ATSTs. That's always fun. Oh, got package just got dropped off outside. That's very exciting. If you guys heard that. Uh, so Nerd Number says if you go to my Patreon, we have talked about it, and I have relented on it being stolen. Am I backpedaling? Look, after a while, you just let people keep something. Love this. This, I believe, was a Christmas card from Lucasfilm. These are the cards. that we're going out. Cards and other limited run Lucasfilm tied to the Star Wars trilogy are collector's dreams. The back of the card is painted with the other. Right, so to send Lucasfilm's Christmas greetings in the card, one of a series painted over 5 years. And of course, we have the happy birthday one as well. Oh, I love, 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 love this card. This is one of my favorites. This is the Lucasfilm Parade that they had right here. And you can see Lancashire Boulevard. Funny story, I am about maybe a quarter of a mile from Lancashire Boulevard. So this is my neighborhood, literally. Although I'm going to call out an artistic inconsistency here. Lancashire Boulevard, at no point in time would you see the Hollywood sign if you're on Lancashire Boulevard. You just can't do it. Lancashire Boulevard runs one way, the Hollywood sign faces another. You would not be on Lancashire Boulevard and see this sign. It's not possible. It ends. Lancashire Boulevard ends. Where does it end? Universal Studios. Um, so we take a look here. We're moving. While most businesses might see when they moved off the Universal Studios lot to their own building down the street. And so yeah, so Universal Studios is at the end of Lancashire Boulevard. So yes, I'm saying the science fiction art is not correct. Of course, I'm saying that. That's what, and AT-ATs. I saw a big thing about. I saw somebody posted a thing about AT-ATs one time. Man, that's sick as hell. Japanese poster. All right. I saw somebody that did a whole thing about how like AT-ATs wouldn't work in the Star Wars universe, and I was like, you know what else wouldn't work? Most things in the Star Wars universe. So yeah. Oh, that's sick as hell. Look at that card. Love the motion. Oh man, these ones are cool as hell, man. These Return of the Jedi ones. Max Rebo, Droopy McCool, Cy Snoodles, and a little Salacious Crumb in the back. Love that. I'm guessing these are so Wesley Seeds. Was this Ralph McQuarrie? And this is Ralph McQuarrie as well. Gorgeous, beautiful cards. Absolutely stunning. We simply love to see it. Yeah, that speeder bike art is absolutely gorgeous. Don't forget, everybody, if you are here and you're hanging out with me, not only are we going to be opening some cool cards together that I'll be giving away to my patrons at patreon.com/JeffMay, but first person to donate $100 gets this Gambit hologram signed by AJ Locasio, the Gambit from Gambit 97. I legitimately, coincidentally had this hologram in my jacket pocket, and I was at a Halloween party with AJ, and I was like, hey, while I have you here, I was gonna, Jim Steranko. I do run a Twitter account called Fake Steranko where I pretend to be him, and it's very funny, and he hates it because he is also a kind of psychopath. Jim Steranko, very interesting person, by the way, if you know anything. Um, was AJ in the costume? Yes, he was. He absolutely was. And if you go to my good friend Jennifer Muro's Instagram account, official Jennifer Muro, she posted a couple reels where you can see the photos of both me as well as AJ. This one looks cool. It's like kind of dark. So Thomas Blackshear. So that's an Heir to the Empire art. Look at this little goofy guy. That's fun. That's a fun card. Look at that. John Alvin did that one. All right. So we get Wookiee concept art. Oh, this is cool. So, oh, this is from the view of the Sarlacc. This one's cool as hell. Who did this? Kyle Baker. Of course, Kyle Baker. Love Kyle Baker. If you guys read Truth, you know Kyle Baker as the artist of Truth, sort of the original Captain America story. And that one is absolutely incredible. He's actually also the first person I ever got original artwork from. And the first person, he was at my local comic shop supporting Truth. And I did that. Love this piece right here, by the way. Empire Strikes Back. Some Walker saying that Taffeta needs to be promoted from cool friend to children's hero for this work. I got to be honest, Walker. She was a children's hero far before she was a cool friend. Taffeta and I met at San Diego Comic Con at the CBLDF charity party. And it's funny, my friends, the Jim Muro that I previously had just talked about, had to leave for like the Fantastic Four thing, and I was left kind of solo and watched Taffeta walk in and be like, hey, I know that person from the internet. So I went over, introduced myself, and we have been thick as thieves ever since. Mark Nelson doing a sick lineup of the bounty hunters right here, and of course my man IG88 getting some FaceTime. Look at this 2-1B with the hand though. That is rad as hell. Not sure how we got that hand. John J. Muth. How did he get this hand? I thought the hand. I thought a lot. Yeah, who knows? So right here we have Min Kinyu. So who's that? It's Jerome Moore. Great, great one. Oh, this is great. So it's 3PO holding Luke and Leia toys, and it's Mobius. Like
Oh, that's Mobius.
Mobius. Like a Mobius Star Wars card. How
That's
cool is
ridiculous.
that?
That's awesome.
So I'm demoted. Absolutely not. No, no. She's always yeah. By being my friend, she actually is no longer hero of the great piece right here. Again, I can't believe they put this in here. Yeah, they got a Mobius card. Here we have, I believe we refer to this card or this version of the character as Hut Slayer Leia now. We no longer say Slave Leia. We say Hut Slayer Leia. And this one, oh, that's really cool. Who did this? This is really classic comic art. It's Burt Blevins. I was like, who's the classic? Oh, it's Burt Blevins. Yeah, very classic comic art. Love to see that too. And that's one of the reasons I absolutely love the Star Wars Galaxy set is it covers so much ground in the style of art you can get. You can get your classic stuff. You can get French masters like Mobius in there. Um, you can get a George Perez Gamorrean guard. Although I like Gamorrean. I don't care what you guys say. Right here we have a Jason Palmer. So Jason Palmer did this incredible Rancor right here. Jason Palmer, he's a bud. Maybe I can get him to sign that. This Alan Nunes. I don't even know this artist, but this is incredible. Right, Leia as Bosch, so good. We have a lot. So it says here that this call is going to end in 15 minutes.
I can extend it.
We can extend it. All right, we can extend that. And if anything, we can just call right back in.
Yeah.
And we can continue this thing going. So don't you worry about that. If we have to, because we still have 35 minutes left to do this for. We got plenty of time, folks.
Yeah. Let me get that off. There you go.
Medical droid.
Sorry.
Let me X that out on my screen. Love this Mark Chiarello watercolor of Obi-Wan. Absolutely stunning. Great art. Great art. Howard Chaykin. Love that one. And a Paul Chadwick. Man, that's so good. Paul Chadwick's so good. Howard Chaykin's a good friend of mine. We met going to Motor City Comic Con together. We shared both a flight as well as a van because we arrived on the same flight and we bonded over that. And we kept texting and harassing our good friend Jim McLaughlin over at the Hero Initiative. How about this? A Brian Stelfreeze Boba Fett? Come on! And he gets two. Man, and a Stelfreeze Leia. So this is going to be number 126, I believe, if we flip it right. Yeah, Stelfreeze A. Oh man, we're in the good stuff now. Look at that. I mean, we're all in all the good stuff. Ken Stacy. Wait, I love a nice. This was going to be Simonson, right? Is that Simonson? It is. Love to see that. So Nerdic and Draw said Nunes apparently did artwork for Topps Comics of Jason of Friday the 13th fame. Oh, that's awesome. So, oh, we got another Spectra card here. Oh, we simply love to see it. Right? We know that. We see the back. This is number 2 of 6. So I'm going to, is this double, am I doubling up on my, penny sleeves. They got static clings to each other. So let's get it in here. Now let's see who we have. It is the man, the myth, the legend, Han Solo. Now they don't normally grade high, so if you can get a good pack fresh one that grades at like a PSA 10, you can actually make a little bit of money off of these. The Galaxy cards in general, if you have them in good condition and you grade them out, so of course we have these wonderful cards right here that we've all seen by Joe Smith, which they've reused. They reuse these in like top Star Wars. They use these all the time. I have this as a refractor, I believe, which is really fun. Sorry, I'm trying to take care of a bunch of stuff. Fighting, yeah, Master of Terrascasi, Han Solo. And again, let me know if you guys want that Gambit hologram right here, signed by AJ Lacazio. All you got to do is donate $100. $100 gets you that card, and it's for a good cause. We get the Stealth Freeze. We all right. So we've got the good stuff here again. Walt Simonson. God, how about that? That's Bill Sienkiewicz, right? Like that's got to be Bill Sienkiewicz. It's Bill Sienkiewicz. Of course, it's Bill Sienkiewicz. We got this. This is, I believe, the Jeff Darrow. No, Keith Giffen. Sorry. Oh, that's a cool one too. The Dianoga. Them battling the Dianoga by Fastner and Larson, Steve Fastner and Rich Larson. And it looks like Lando at the carbon freezing chamber with Leia behind him by George Evans. Super, super cool. Walker's got to get ready for work. So happy, Walker, that you joined us for a very short period of time before, like the short amount of time that you have before you have to go to work. The fact that you decided to spend it with us does mean a lot. Don't think we don't notice that. Please have a great time at work. And thank you for joining. It does mean a lot. Um, let's pull these out here because it's kind of stuck here. Right? The membrane of the packs was in the way. Still absolutely loving this card right here, and of course this one as well by William Stout. So Dave Stevens, of course, Rocketeer fame, Dave Stevens, right there. Um, Check that out. Love, love, love that Boba Fett as well by Brian. Um, a Macquarie space slug in the the big asteroid in the Anawat system. Scott Hampton doing, I believe this is supposed to be Tarkin, right? Grand Moff Tarkin, yeah. Oh, that's cool looking. This is I'm guessing, is this a recreation of the events of the holiday special? And that is some of what I'm guessing are either bounty hunters or Jabba's guards. So Bo Hampton, uh, for you to say, I wanted to do Han Solo on Dagobah mainly because I like the character and I like the planet. He's just like, I want to do whatever I want, and that's one of the great things about that. And this is Paul Gulacy doing Two Mercenaries from Return of the Jedi. I'd have much preferred Jabba the Hutt, he says in his interview that they published. Um, that's so funny. He's just like, yeah, I did this, but I would have rather been able to do Jabba the Hutt. Which I think is really, really funny. And hey, again, thanks for joining me if here on the Taffeta Darling stream for Extra Life. If you are not familiar with me, it's me, Jeff May. I open cards, I podcasts, and I stand up and do comedy. I also am a good friend of the Taffeta Darling and a person who is very excited to be able to share this time with you so that we can open cards together and raise money for a good cause. So, check that out. Charles Vess knocking it out of the park with this. And again, if you are brand new, because I see the numbers going up, check that out. We have the Gambit hologram signed by Gambit himself, AJ Lacasio, and that is free to the first person who donates $100 to this. We have another IG88 Art of card, which means if somebody else wants it, you got it. We have Han Solo standing in space on something. That's weird. Gil Kane, we'll let Gil Kane do whatever he wants. I'm guessing this is Gil Kane A, and that's Luke Skywalker shooting people in the face. Sure is. What a legend Gil Kane is, by the way. Huge fan. What the absolute? Are these supposed to be Mon Calamari? And by supposedly, I mean, are they? I don't know much about Mon Calamari, but those are cool. So, Michael William Kaluta. See,
I
young
love
Akbar
Kaluta.
schoolmate strong. Yeah, Mon Calamari. There we go. So, we nailed it. We nailed it. Taff, how you holding up over there?
I'm okay, thank you.
Yeah, you getting a little bit of rest?
I am, thank you, yes.
Really? Because I'm watching you and it looks like you're working, and I sure do wish you were resting. I can see you on I can see you on the camera. The other people can't see, but I absolutely can. Um, Huge news, everybody. I just got a text because I didn't put on Do Not Disturb saying that my vote has been received and tallied. Don't forget to get out there and vote, people. I don't know if you know this, but not only are we trying to raise money to help people, um, to help sick kids, but we want to give sick kids a good future when they get better. And that absolutely is going to be best when we vote for people that are not going to gut our country. Oh, it became political. Deal with it. I'm political. I want there to be a country left for the children of the world that we're trying to raise money for. And I also don't think we should be forcing people to have children if they don't want to be. Hey, look at this. We have Jabba's band right here. Let's see if we can recognize anything going on in this. Yeah, that looks like a droid hand. Might be 3PO's hand. Maybe not. But we also see that looks like Boba Fett's helmet. That,
Let's
I
see.
believe, is a Ponda Baba's hand.
Let me
And
uh, give this shout out to Dre really quick. He was asking if it was going to surpass 10 million. As of a few hours ago, the first raising fundraising update it was at 7 million 800,000 and a bunch of change. So the first couple hours of the day it was already at 7 million. So I imagine it'll keep going.
Yeah, it's one of those things where obviously a lot of the donations I'm assuming happened beforehand. Is that correct, Tal?
Yeah.
And so
That's
now what
the
we're
goal.
doing is we're trying to sort of really push that through and extend that, really put our legs into it and push that forward because this is a great cause. I'm so excited to be a part of this. And also, weird coincidence, aside from some of the people that have been texting me about being on this show, Jeff Johns, who called in earlier, is that right, Tal?
Yeah, he did. That was super nice of him. He was at some event and he reached out to me already, I guess, to do something, and it just worked out to where even with that event, he was able to give me like 20 minutes, and that was really nice of him.
Well, funny story, I was at that event. I was at that event. It was at Revenge of, which is a comic book shop and pinball thing, and I saw him there, and I was like, what a coincidence. So Dale Keown doing Carbonite Han. Dale Keown, famous, Incredible Hulk artist, created Pit, and then recently, well, we don't need to talk too much about what he's been up to recently. Boba Fett and Dangar, Anti Han Solo Club by Cam Kennedy. Absolutely loving that one. Um, Loved his Batman Earth One. Great. Yeah, that's good to see. Yeah. Ooh, love that. This is, I believe, the Mobius. No, is this the Mobius? Yeah, it is the Mobius. I like that we're getting close. So we have the checklist is here again. So we have some really, really great pieces right here. Absolutely love that. Bob, my friend Bob Fingerman says, I think I have cards in here. It doesn't look like he does because he said if you pull them, I'll sign them. And I don't think we have Bob Fingerman. I think he's in a different set, which is unfortunate, but that just means I get to go find another box of these somewhere. Um, Dre's asking me about deep dish pizza. I think deep dish pizza tastes absolutely great. It doesn't fit what I consider to be the actual definition of deep dish, excuse me, of pizza, but also my opinion doesn't matter about pizza. All that matters is what you like. I love it. I think it tastes great. I definitely can only have about 1 to 2 slices a year before I pass out. So David Lapham, love to see that, right? I love that David Lapham stuff here is all Valiant stuff. Who knew what was coming, you know? I did say Sam Keith is in here, and I said I do believe he has a Salacious Crumb. So shout out to me for remembering that after 31 years. Sam Keith, one of my favorite artists of all time. You might know him as the creator of the Max if you ever watched that MTV Oddities cartoon. Um, Ooh, I believe this is also Sam Keith. right? With the Twi'lek in the slave outfit. It might be Ula. I'm not 100% sure, but it is definitely. These are two incredible pieces. Love me some Sam Keith. Shout out in the chat if you are watching what your thoughts on deep dish pizza and or the art of Sam Keith are. Oh, that's cool looking. Look at this. Wookiee's gone wild, baby. Looks like a Sasquatch convention. So Earl, Norm on here. We have our bounty hunters, our 2-1B. I love that one as well. The guards, the Imperial Guards by Jerome Moore. We have a costume design of this looks like Studio 54 Jedi Luke. The way he's got that low zipper. Good for him. We have a game of Sabak going on between Han and Lando with Mo Monadon and I mean maybe Saitor Calfas in the background. Cynthia Martin doing that one. Ooh, this card we have not seen before. And it is cool as hell. It is Leia riding a dewback, maybe? Esteban Maroto. That is so cool. And of course, we see he's done a lot of stuff with creepy and eerie and stuff. So a real absolute legend. Look at this killer card, quite literally, by the way. Nerdugadra says, I do like the stuffed crust. So Nerd is saying, I'm so much of a nerd, I could just keep hearing more extra life stats. So Mike Lemos doing that. Yeah, extra life stats are really interesting. Anytime that you can sort of do what you can to help out kids by being a nerd, like sign me up. Sign me up right now. So we are still together for another 20 minutes. Hopefully, I can speed this up a little bit and we can open some more cards. How about that? So, oh, look at these legends back to back to back. All these are so good. We are hitting. We haven't hit every card we've seen though. Because check this out. Hey, look at me. I'm gonna in 6 years or so, I'm gonna make a bunch of movies you're all gonna hate me for, and then you're gonna love me for them 20 years later because everybody doesn't know what they're talking about. We have the main card here. So it's about to end, Taff. I don't know if you see that. Everyone, stick with me. We're going to come right back. I
I'm working on
believe.
it.
Okay. All right. Maybe it won't. Last one we see is a Tuscan Raider by Mike Goddamn Mignola. Oh my God. If this fails, stick with us. We will be right back. Let me.
You gotta go right back. Boo. All right. We'll be right back.
For everybody.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, you should be back.
How do I my camera? That's so crazy. Look, we're trying right now. You're gonna have to give me a second, folks. Okay, here's the deal.
There it is.
There we go. Let me turn off my sound.
Thank y'all.
Okay, hey y'all. We're back. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Why is it now sideways? Figure your life out, phone. There we go. Hey, you know what, Taff? I think we're doing great. What do you think?
This has been a really nice break, and I'm about to have like a little bit of dinner, so fuck yeah, thank you.
What? Leave me around. Okay. I love behind the scenes material. Hey, we're back, everybody. That's very exciting. Meet.google.com wants to enter picture-in-picture automatically, so you can use it on. Sure, sure. Meet.com. You do whatever you want to do. Jeff, check the boxing metaphor. Oh, because he said that it was like a knockout for Taff, right? Oh well, no, that would have been a decision, right?
What?
That would have been because that would have been. Oh, nice Sienkiewicz, by the way. Um, because it went all the full rounds, right? I didn't get knocked out. It would have been a decision. So we love that. We love hot slip. Ooh, god damn! Look at that card. These are good, man. Joe Smith, what a painter. Um, the metaphor. So I love behind the scenes material. Jeff, check the boxing metaphor, please. Make a judge's ruling for nerds in the chat. Steve Fairdre, I don't even like sports. Boy, you guys really do like to name the stuff that I do. I love it.
That's great. I love it.
Oh, it looks like nerd who can draw. Yeah, no, this is a great Macquarie. We have Splinter. Ooh, I love this one again. I love how much love the Dewback gets on this cover. Like I didn't care. Like nobody cares, right? Oh, love this one. I love this. This might be my favorite weird friggin' card of this entire set. It's so crazy. A Sabic, Greedo getting shot in the chest. Jawa's tearing apart C-3PO in front of Chewbacca, which, no, it was Ugnaughts, but that's okay. We don't mind David Lapham being wrong and Sam Keith doing Salacious Crumb. I don't want to be that Star Wars fan. It could be whatever you want it to be. Yeah, the nerd who can draw says, I'm going to try to work in a Tom and Jeff watch Batman when I can. Yeah, I get it. Do it. So it's Dewbacks all the way down. So again, super excited to be here with you. And Taffeta, thank you for sharing your platform with me. Anytime I can do something for a good cause, I absolutely will. So I'm so excited to be here. We haven't seen. We've seen this one because I believe this was a Coca-Cola poster. Is this also? Because what the hell's going on with these little things? If droids can frolic. Used for a drawing board greeting card that wishes, hope this special day is full of wonder for you. Little rabbit-like creatures resemble telepathic Hoojies from the Star Wars. Oh, okay. Ooh, we have a Mignola. I'm guessing this is going to be that three. Oh, ooh, are we going to get double Mignolas? This is always good because Mignola cards tend to be the ones that go the fastest. So we have this ready, and we have these great. Mignola cards are the ones that people tend to request the most. We did a Batman Legends, or like Shadows of the Dark Knight, or whatever set, and Mignola did a lot of the villain cards, and I could not hold on to them. Like I just couldn't. They were gone. I don't even think I have any for myself, but like he did a Mr. Freeze and all that stuff. So what is this? Oh, this is the title card. So, ooh, that means we're gonna get George Lucas, I believe. I think the second to last card is George Lucas. Let's see. Did I call that or did I call that? It's almost like the collation on these packs is not great. But that's okay because sometimes it's good cards. We get some romance novel style paintings here of Han, Smooch, and Leia. Here's Han, Smooch, and Leia in buns, which never happened. So that's always fun. and we get apparently we get another number one cover as well as the Luke Skywalker. So these are great. I got about 5 or 6 packs left, and then with whatever time we have, we can dive into more. All right, man. These cards are 31 years old that I'm opening. Imagine how angry people are that I'm opening up this box instead of keeping it sealed. And to them, I say, shut up. This is for a good cause, and you're a nerd. Because aren't we all? Um, what should I get for dinner, you guys? Today's like a cheat night for me, so let me know what I should have for dinner in the chat. Don't say deep dish pizza because I don't have enough in there. Why would you keep? A lot of people. Uh, so that was ironic of Dave's run because there was no Batman in that isekai. Yeah, that was actually that was the point. Was to do something Batman adjacent because it was Tom adjacent. So I thought that was fair. Here's this lion ass piece of artwork as they're leaving Lancashire with Hollywood in the background. Such sick cards. I'll probably be sending out at least 2 or 3 cards from this set to each person that receives cards, just because they're so pretty. And also, I stack the ones that come in December. Those are like usually pretty stacked up. So I stack those packages pretty hard to make sure that everybody gets gets a really good Christmas present from old Jeffro. Dre says he got pizza for dinner. Dog knocked on the floor, ate 3 slices. Yeah, your dog saved you some trouble. Um, a pulled pork sandwich like the Allen and Ginter. Yeah, I thought about opening a box of Allen and Ginter here, but I don't think that would have been as good. But Taff, you like baseball, right?
I do like baseball.
You do like baseball. You're, I believe you and your father are Texas Rangers fans. If that's
Mhm.
correct.
It's
It's
true.
pretty cool. Well, let's have a droid party about that.
Okay.
And I will. I'm going to mail something for you, Taff. I actually have something I can show you if you want. I can show you on the stream if you give me a second after I open these last couple of packs and go on. I'll show you what I have to send you.
Cool. Thank you.
Um, yeah, my Christmas packages are pretty good. Yeah, I try to pack them up. Like the whole point of doing the rookie card tiers on my Patreon is I'm a big fan of gift giving. Like I love the idea of like finding something for people and learning about people through what they love and what interests them. Um, this is cards 11 and 12, right? Yay! 10, 9. We have the Leia. Oh, so this is a very stacked watercolor paintings one, and that is rad as hell. Uh, Nerd never said try. You had dog intercepted the chicken sandwich you were giving to your kid. Well, at least the dog got a sick chicken sandwich. Sandwich, as we will. Dog was. Quasi Space says dog one, child zero. Uh, in the chicken sandwich wars. We had our own chicken sandwich wars, right? Remember when it was like uh, everybody was talking about the Popeyes chicken sandwich? Like they were like, ooh, and it was just a chicken sandwich. It was perfectly fine. Uh, ah, 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 ah. Oh, love that Boba Fett. It's good. It's weirdly angled though, right? Like that looks like weirdly angled on the helmet. It's cool as hell. I was just like, I didn't notice how like jutting out the bottom of the mask was of the helmet. So we have one more in here. In Quasi Space, it's good to see you. I see more people in here. So as we're going to wrap up, we got 10 minutes left. If anybody wants this Gambit hologram signed by AJ Lacazio, aka Gambit 97, the voice of Gambit, who is just an absolutely incredibly talented person and my very cool friend. If the first person to donate $100 gets this in the mail. And so I know it's obviously it's a weird time and people are not going for it, but I did want to sort of make that offer. How long? So Dre's asking, how long do folks have for that $100 donation? Well, that's up to Taffeta because I don't know when her actual fundraiser is over. So you're gonna have to ask her. Taff, when's that fundraiser over? Do you know?
Well, the stream ends tomorrow morning, but like I think we can take it all the way through like mid-November. I think mid-November. I'll look, but I don't think it's immediately tomorrow that like it has to be in. I think it goes
Sounds
for a
good.
couple of days or for a bit.
Sounds good. I have a couple more minutes with you guys. I'm going to grab one more thing to open and I'm going to show you something and then we'll be right back. So give me 2 seconds. Tap, say hi to everybody before I'm back.
Hi everybody, before he's back. Will I pull up? No. All right, oh, you're back.
That was quick.
It was quick.
It was quick. So this, Taff, I actually have for your dad because I knew you said he was a big Texas Rangers fan, and
Oh,
I
thank
happened
you.
to pull this. This is a Texas Rangers patch signed by Corey Seager,
Oh, cool.
all-star of the Texas Rangers. I pulled this. It is numbered 225, so there's only 25 of these that exist in the world, and your dad is going to be one of the people that owns it.
Oh, thank you so much. That's great.
Of course, I was glad to do that. Um, Now, you got me for 8 more minutes, and anybody who watches my show knows that if we have extra time, we're probably going to be opening an Upper Deck MCU Marvel Studios blaster, and wouldn't you know it, but I got one right here. WandaVision, really, really great. There are yellow and there are these like red and purple sort of like foil parallels that we can get in here. Plus, you can actually pull autographs of the cast. I believe you can also pull like I believe each one of these has a film cell in it as well. So it's you'll notice like there's Ralph Boner. So we go through. They have this we're an unusual couple subset, and then you can get your yellow base parallels as well as these red foil parallels right there as well. And again, I do send these cards out to my patrons at patreon.com/JeffMay. Um, so Nerd Who Can Draw, just verifying that this is Oliver, saying that Dre was asking that in the chat as well. I don't, Oliver, I did mention to Dre that Oliver did give something to Dre. So we have that. She recast Pietro, question mark. That's a great card. I have a feeling that'll send out. And then a purple, are we recording this? Look at the way they make the lenticular aspect of that really cool, that background. Shout out to Upper Deck. I don't, I like Upper Deck. I have friends that work for Upper Deck. I don't love everything Upper Deck does, but these cards are gorgeous. And shout out by Nerd Who Can Draw. And I know that this, for those of you, I run a comedy show every every second Friday of the month, and Nerd Who Can Draw came to the last one, uh, gave me a little birthday present, drove like 2.5 hours to get to the show to hang out. Don't Make Me Hurt You, really cool one right there, which is just such an incredible compliment and such a wonderful, wonderful thing for him to do. So a big shout out to Nerd Who Can Draw for hitting it up. Yep, there's a yellow Agatha. I still have to see Agatha All Along. I have not watched it yet. Oh, that's a good card. I like that one a lot. So, welcome home, Wanda. 20 fingers and 20 toes. Love this one. We're an unusual couple with them in their costume forms. Human beings are easily fooled. Yellow parallel and a purple. She recast Pietro. Cool as hell. Zach saying, I'm so curious to see what Topps does with Marvel, as Upper Deck has pretty consistently impressed me. Yeah, they did stuff. Um, Here we go. Last one, sibling costumes. So this is our last one here, and all of this for us. Tell us what is your story, Auntie Agnes. I actually really love this that they're like throwback to the television cards of the 70s and 80s that are like plot points and stuff like that. I always really love that. We're an unusual couple. Yellow past Ellis Avenue with the Vision coming in there, and a red Wanda, you are the Scarlet Witch. Damn, that's a cool card. Look at that. What a last card to pull, a Scarlet Witch. What a perfect one there. Uh, they're, they're just saying, I really enjoy Mint on Card at Flashland Pass on beautiful Magnolia in Burbank, California. Taff, huge news. It is now Pacific time, 4:56, which means it's about time for me to leave.
Yeah.
But while I have you all here for this last bit, I just wanted to say a big shout out and a thank you to Taffeta Darling for staying up for 24 gosh darn hours to do this. You're an insane person, but you're
I
insane for a good
am.
reason, and I really love that. I really want to appreciate all the people that did watch and check it out. We can take a look at some of the hits that we got, of course. These two Spectra Etch or whatever they're called. Walt Simonson cards here, 1 and 2. We got the Vader and we got the Han Solo in here. I'm so excited to have been able to do this. Now, as a reminder, I know that the fundraiser said can go into mid November. I will hold on to this card. If somebody donates to the Taffeta Darling, if they donate $100, I will send this autographed by AJ Lacazio Gambit hologram signed by Gambit himself. Um, and that being said, I do this show on the YouTube at Jeff Has Cool Cards. So if you check out the Jeff Has Cool Cards, I do a show every Wednesday afternoon at 1 p.m. Pacific. I know we have other shows. Dre, who is in the chat, does I Must Drake You on Mondays at 6:30 Pacific time. And I also do, when I can, I do other streams. Sometimes I'll come in with a surprise. Sometimes I'll do my mailbag. But I'm very, very excited.
Sorry.
Um, I'm very, very excited to be able to do that. Well, for now, we open Star Wars cards. If you are a member of patreon.com/Jeff May, any of the rookie card tiers, and you want any of the cards that we pulled today, please, please, please message me and let me know. And if after you've donated to the charity, you want to check out what I do, patreon.com/Jeff May helps put money in the hands of independent artists such as myself. And, well, that one's just for me. But please, 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 especially during this holiday season, maybe give Amazon a rest. And why don't you check out art and artists and artisans that all need your money and benefit so directly from that? It is something that is very, very near and dear to my heart in the same way that this stream is near and dear to Taffeta's heart. You have all been absolutely fantastic. And Taffeta, thank you so much for letting me join you on this. It feels so great to be part of such an important and momentous stream. So thank you.
Thank you. You guys are
All right.
awesome.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. And I